Welcome back. All right, it is late, but preview time. 15 games on in the National Hockey League, so my choice was either to try to get up really early to do this video or just stay up late and record it tonight. Here I am. 9:30 in the morning Pacific, 12:30 p.m. Eastern. The games get started, beginning with Detroit and Florida, and there's playoff ramifications in most of the matchups on Saturday. November 2nd, Florida won this matchup 2-0. January 17th, it was a 3-2 win for Detroit in overtime. Let me just change that to a 2. And March the 2nd, it was a 4-0 win for Florida, which, even though it was 4-0, it felt like it was worse than that. Now, for Detroit, they're 36-30-7 overall. In the month of March, they're 3-9-1. Their top scorer has been Raymond in those 13 games, 7 goals, 2 assists, 9 points. Perron, 13 games, 2 goals, 3 assists, 5 points. So they need a little more out of Perron. They are 2 points out of a playoff spot. On the Florida side of things, they're 46-22-5. They're 6-6-1 this month. In those 13 games, Reinhart, 10 goals, 4 assists, 14 points, is their top scorer. Ekman Larsson, just 4 assists in 13 games. He's due for a goal. Florida sits 2 points behind Boston. They do have a game in hand. 3:30 Eastern, 12:30 Pacific. The Vegas Golden Knights get started against the Minnesota Wild. February 12th, it was a 5-3 win for Minnesota. April 12th will be the third and final meeting between these teams. Vegas is 40-25-8 overall. They're 7-5-1 in the month of March. Eichel, 12 games, 6 goals, 7 assists, 13 points. Their leading scorer over the past month. Amadio, 13 games, 1 goal, 1 assist, 2 points for Amadio. So a little bit more out of him needed. They're 4 points back of Edmonton for second in the division. Minnesota, 35-28-9 overall. They're 7-2-3 this month. Kaprizov, their leading scorer, 12 games, 10 goals, 8 assists, 18 points. Freddie Gaudreau, after a really strong season last year, this year the offense hasn't been as plentiful. 11 games, 1 goal, 2 assists, 3 points. The Minnesota Wild sit 8 points back of a playoff spot. Not likely they're going to get there. 4 o'clock Eastern, 1 o'clock Pacific, the Anaheim Ducks and the Edmonton Oilers get together. The Oilers have won the first 3. I see no reason they won't win the 4th. An 8-2 win on November 26th, a 7-2 win on December 31st, and a 5-3 win on February 9th. So at least they're getting a little bit closer. Anaheim's 24-45-4, but over the month of March, it's been ugly. 3-10-1. Killorn's been their leading scorer over that time in 14 games, 6 goals, 1 assist, 7 points. Isaac Lundestrom, 14 games, just the 1 goal for Lundestrom this month. On the Oilers side, they're 44-23-4 overall. They're 9-3-2 in the month of March. McDavid, their leading scorer over this month, 14 games, 5 goals, 23 assists, 28 points. He sits 2 points out of the league lead in scoring. Janmark just has the 1 assist in 14 games, so looking for a little more from Janmark. The Oilers 6 points behind the Vancouver Canucks for first in the division. 6 Eastern, 3 Pacific start. We got 2 games starting then, beginning with the Rangers and the Arizona Coyotes. On October 16th, the Rangers win 2-1. The Rangers are 49-20-4 overall. They're 9-3-1 over the last month. Panarin, 13 games, 8 goals, 13 assists, 21 points. Their leading scorer over that time. VC, 13 games, 1 goal, 3 assists, 4 points for him. On the Arizona side, they're 31-37-5, but in the month of March, they're 8-6. Schmaltz, their leading scorer over this month, 14 games, 5 goals, 14 assists, 19 points. I've been a big Schmaltz supporter for a long time. Josh Doan's only played 2 games, but Josh Doan's got 2 goals, 2 assists, and 4 points. Kudos to him. 6 Eastern, 3 Pacific start between Nashville and Colorado. Nashville's already won the season series. They're going for the sweep. November 20th, it was a 4-3 win for Nashville. March the 2nd, it was a 5-1 win. The Preds are 43-26-4 overall. They're 9-1-2 this month. Forsberg in 12 games, 12 goals, 10 assists, 22 points. He is their leading scorer. For Cole Smith, he has 1 assist in 12 games and they are 4 points back of the Winnipeg Jets for third place in the division. So things are not as settled as they might look. Colorado 46-21-6 overall. They're 9-2-1 this month. McKinnon, 12 games, 9 goals, 14 assists, 23 points. And, of course, his home point streak got snapped. Girard, 3 assists in 12 games. The Colorado Avalanche find themselves 3 points behind the Dallas Stars for first place in the division. 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific. We've got 6 games starting then. So I already have these 2 here. It's going to be busy. So the Toronto Maple Leafs and the Buffalo Sabres. Buffalo's already got 2 out of 3 won in this season series. They're looking to make it 3 out of 4. November 4th, it was a 6-4 win. December 21st, the infamous 9-3 win for Buffalo. March 6th, their most recent meeting, it was a 2-1 overtime win for Toronto. So the Leafs are 41-22-9 overall. They're 7-5-1 this month. Matthews has been their leading scorer in those 13 games. 6 goals, 10 assists, 16 points. Matthew Nyes, looking for a little more from him. 13 games, 1 goal, 3 assists for 4 points. On the Buffalo side, they're 35-34-5. They're above NHL 500. And they're above 500 this month, 7-6-1. Tage Thompson, with the 4-goal game he had tonight, 13 games, 8 goals, 6 assists, 14 points. He does become their leading scorer over the last month. Peyton Krebs, 1 goal, 3 assists, 4 points in those 14 games for Krebs. They are 6 points out of a playoff spot in Buffalo. So trying to get closer, and they'll try to do so at the expense of the Leafs. 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific start between the Pittsburgh Penguins and the Columbus Blue Jackets. Pittsburgh's won the first 3. They're looking to sweep the season series. 5-3 wins, both on November 14th and March the 5th. On March the 28th, Pittsburgh won 3-2. So for Pittsburgh, they're 32-30-10 overall. They're 5-8-2 in the month of March. Crosby, their leading scorer in that time, 15 games, 3 goals, 13 assists, 16 points. Letang, just 1 goal, 4 assists, 5 points for Letang over those 15 games. For Columbus, they're 23-38-12 overall. They're 4-8-2 this month. Johnny Gaudreau, their leading scorer, 14 games, 3 goals, 9 assists, 12 points. Cole Sillinger, 14 games, 2 goals, 3 assists, 5 points. I think Sillinger's been playing pretty well lately. Wouldn't be surprised if he gets one tomorrow. 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific start between the Carolina Hurricanes and the Montreal Canadiens. Carolina's won the season series, and they're going for the sweep. December 28th, it was a 5-3 win. March the 7th, a 4-1 win, so they're looking to make it 3 in a row. Carolina 46-21-7 overall. They're 10-3-1 this month. Aho 14 games, 9 goals, 12 assists, 21 points is their leading scorer this month. Jordan Staal, no goals. He has 4 assists in 14 games. The Carolina Hurricanes 3 points back of the New York Rangers for first in the Metro. Montreal 28-32-12. This month they're 5-4-3. Nick Suzuki, the leading scorer over that period of time, 12 games, 6 goals, 4 assists, 10 points. Cole Caulfield, just the 1 goal, but he has 7 helpers. He has 8 points in 12 games. Caulfield's passing game's been pretty good this year. 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific start between Chicago and Philadelphia. Philadelphia needs a win here. They did beat Chicago 3-1 on February 21st in Chicago. We'll see how this goes at home. Chicago's 21-47-5 overall. They're 6-7 this month, so Chicago's been playing better. Bedard a part of that, 13 games, 4 goals, 12 assists, 16 points this month. Anderson, that's Joey Anderson, 13 games, 1 goal, 3 assists, 4 points for Joey Anderson. On the Philadelphia side, they're 36-28-10. They're 5-6-3 this month. It's been a tough month for Philadelphia. For Tippett, 14 games, 6 goals, 7 assists, 13 points. He's been the leading scorer for Philly. Noah Cates, 13 games, just the 1 assist for him. 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific start between the Islanders and the Bolts. They've split the first 2 meetings. I'm wearing Tampa because I think they've got a good chance to win this one. The Islanders won the first matchup February 8th, 6-2. February 24th, Tampa Bay gets that back with a 4-2 win of their own. For the Islanders, they're 31-26-15. They're 6-6-1 this month, and it's been a very up-and-down experience throughout. Horvat, their leading scorer this month, 13 games, 6 goals, 7 assists, 13 points. Engvall, whose contract is not aging well, 1 goal, 3 assists, 4 points in 12 games for him. The Islanders sit 4 points out of a playoff spot. Tampa Bay, 40-25-7 overall. They're 8-1-1 this month. Kucherov, the leading scorer over that time in those 10 games, 4 goals, 16 assists, 20 points. Chernak, 10 games, just the 2 assists for Chernak so far. The Toronto Maple Leafs sit 4 points ahead of Tampa Bay. So if Buffalo wins at home, and they could, Toronto has struggled against Buffalo before, and if Tampa Bay gets that win over the Islanders, it definitely tightens things up a little bit in the Atlantic. 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific start between the Ottawa Senators and the Winnipeg Jets, January 20th. Winnipeg won this matchup in overtime 2-1. For the Ottawa Senators, they're 32-36-4 overall. They're 7-7-1 this month. Stützle, 15 games, 4 goals, 10 assists, 14 points. He is their leading scorer this month. Ridley Gregg, just the 2 goals in 15 games for him. On the Winnipeg side, they're 44-23-6 overall. They're 7-7-1 this month. Mark Scheifele, their leading scorer during that time, 14 games, I should say, 5 goals, 7 assists, 12 points. Toffoli, he has played, I've got 15 down there. I know it's 10. It's been a long day. Anyways, 10 games, 4 goals, 2 assists, 6 points for Toffoli. For the Winnipeg Jets, they're 4 points behind Colorado for second place in the division. So the division race is not done for anybody. 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific start as well between the Boston Bruins and the Washington Capitals. So that's 7 games starting at 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific, not 6, and 2 before that. So it's going to be a lot of hockey I'm trying to watch. But again, I dropped the games that are between teams that are not in the hunt. So these teams have only met once so far, Boston and Washington. Washington won that matchup 3-0 on February 10th. These teams will meet again April 15th. Boston's 42-17-15. This month they're 7-5-1. Pasternak, their leading scorer over that time, 13 games, 7 goals, 7 assists, 14 points. For Charlie McAvoy, it's been a rough month. 1 goal, 2 assists, just 3 points in 13 games. On the Washington side, they're 36-27-9. They're 9-5 this month. Sometimes they look great, sometimes they don't. Strome, 14 games, 4 goals, 13 assists, 17 points. Their leading scorer this month. Malenstein, just the 4 assists in 14 games. For the Capitals, they're only 1 point back of the Flyers, so they can jump into 3rd place in the division. They're also within striking distance of the number 1 wildcard spot, but they would pass 3rd place in their division first. 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific start between the San Jose Sharks and the St. Louis Blues. San Jose won the first matchup November 16th by a score of 5-1. These teams will meet again April the 6th. For San Jose, they're 16-48-6. They're 1-10-3 this month. So, yeah, the teams with the bad records usually gets much, much worse after the trade deadline, and this year's been no different. Granlund, 14 games, 4 goals, 10 assists, 14 points. One of the bright spots for San Jose has been the play of Granlund. Addison has 3 assists in 14 games, and he's a -14. So he's not producing offensively, and he's still struggling defensively. Well, we'll see how things go for Addison after this season. St. Louis is 39-30-4 overall. They're 9-4-1 this month. They are 5 points back of a playoff spot, so they're still in the hunt technically. Saad's been their leading scorer this month with 7 goals, 5 assists for 12 points in 14 games. Buchnevich has only the 2 goals with 8 assists, so he has 10 points in 14 games, which is good. The 2 goals seems low for him. 10 Eastern, 7 Pacific. We have 2 games starting then, meaning we do not have a 7:30 start. I'm glad for that. So starting with the LA Kings and the Calgary Flames, they've split the first 2 meetings. On December 23rd, it was a 5-3 win for LA. February 27th, a 4-2 win for Calgary. These teams will meet again on April the 11th. The LA Kings are 38-23-11 overall. They're 8-4-1 this month. Kopitar, the leading scorer during this month, 13 games, 6 goals, 8 assists for Kopitar, so 14 points. Doughty, no goals. He has 7 assists in 13 games. We'll see if he gets a goal. They are 1 point back of the Vegas Golden Knights for 3rd place in the division. So this is going to be interesting in the Pacific to see who finishes where. Calgary's 33-34-5 overall. They're 4-9 this month. They've really fallen off since the trade deadline, and understandably so. Sharon Govich, 13 games, 7 goals, 5 assists, 12 points for him. He's still been their leading scorer. For Mangiapane, just the 1 goal in 11 games. He does have 4 assists for 5 points. 10 Eastern, 7 Pacific start between Dallas and the Seattle Kraken. Dallas won the first meeting December 18th by a score of 4-2. These teams will meet again April the 13th. For Dallas, they're 46-19-9 overall. They're 10-2 this month. Jamie Benn's been their leading scorer. He's been fantastic. 12 games, 9 goals, 10 assists, 19 points for Ben. Suter, just the 3 assists in 12 games. I think he's played all right. I know Suter gets dumped on a lot, but I think he's been all right. But yeah, you could use some more points, I guess. Then Seattle, 30-29-13. They're 4-7-2 this month. But the 2 of those are against Anaheim, the most recent ones, and you can see Anaheim's record. So it's been a rough month for Seattle. McCann, over the past month, 13 games, 2 goals, 10 assists, 12 points for him. Yanni Gourde, just the 1 goal to go with 4 assists for 5 points in 13 games, so he's kind of due for a goal himself. So let me know your winners in the comment section below as always. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Having a hard time keeping my eyes open, so I'm going to go to bed, go to sleep for a while, and then I'm going to get up and watch more hockey. So thank you guys so much for all your support as always. I will talk to you again soon. And if you haven't hit like and subscribe, do it now. Do it. Thank you. I'll talk to you again soon.